refs coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide.
It is a bright, sunshiny day here in the desert Southwest, and the temperature comfortable enough that they said, hey, let's open the roof. That's what they've done here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Arizona Cardinals. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go! Check, watch 54, watch 54. Shoot!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Now Johnson. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side this time. Here with Gordon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Found his target, it's Anderson. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1, not the case. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Let's go, Heavy.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Ready? 125. At 50 yards the mic. Go 50 yards the mic. Come, baby. Come, baby. Go. Okay. Kill. Turn up.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. And now Winston wants to talk this one over as they'll take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Let's go. Hey, Mike.
On second down, here's Murray. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second and 9, Winston nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check, 43. Strip the ball. Strip that.
Throwing, Winston. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. He's picked off at his own 47. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down.
Second down.
Ball's in the air. You're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Johnson, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
At the 30-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Blue dance.
Throwing now is Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 84 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, a run for Johnson. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the gun, Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Johnson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Got him. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And it's complete. Henry. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40. Ticks to go in this first half.
10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, Lobo. Mike 54. Mike 50. Okay. Spell. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get all together.
On first down, it's Johnson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 7-yard line.
On set. Mike 54. Not today, you are. Not today.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Taking it in from 7 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jameis to throw it. That one complete to Anderson. That one goes for 36 yards.
A gain of 36 yards. And the Jets first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. 43 is the mic. Big series right here. We got to stay easy. 43 is the mic. Going 43. Check, 43.
Here's Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
Nice pick, nice pick.
Winston's pass intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
First down, Jets.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A nice pickup on 1st down, 7 yards.
Complete to Robbie Anderson. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
White 25. Mike 58 right there. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Winston, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Winston now. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Darren Lee picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm here all day. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Set, ready. 70 ending. 50, 66. Now. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They'll run it with Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Ready? 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Check.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's get it. Come on. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Bound to lose one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Johnson's got it complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Melvin Gordon, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Why? Get wide.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Ready. 55, Mike 55. Ready. Watch tight end. Tight right. 4 down. Here we go.
Shot Shotgun now from Murray. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Gordon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Letting one go deep for a noon one. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Anunwa, the intended target. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The Cardinals on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Cardinals on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on third down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the double. Mike 5. Get it all. Switch.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 19-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Johnson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Come on, set. Come on, the flag. Check. Watch 54. Come to my room. We want it. Come to my work. Right there.
Back to throw. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Now Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance